What's up, everybody, and welcome to the MNSpiritCast. Tonight is a big night. It is the last episode of Season 2, and to help me close out Season 2, as always, I'm here with my co-host, Brandon. How's it going?
Going good. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Now, as you all see in the background there, the show has changed a little bit for tonight. We were going to have special guest Anna Gatlin of Sixth Sense Paranormal on with us. Things did not work out, so tonight it's going to be a little different. We're going to have the ParaCrew Podcast members on here with us. Kara is just jumping in now. Hey, Kara, how are you?
Kara.
Well, she's going to get her audio set up.
I can hear you.
There you go. How's it going?
Oh, just peachy. How about you?
Not too bad. I'm excited. I know. I see that. And these bracelets are from the OM Crystal Jewelry LLC that we had on the show about, what was it, a week or two ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. But we had them on our show recently, and they have all kinds of different crystals, necklaces, bracelets, everything that you can imagine. So go check them out. That is OM Crystal Jewelry LLC. So you guys excited? It's the last show of the season.
Come here. Get your shoes off.
Oh,
Hi.
I'm excited.
So tonight we're going to have the ParaCrew Podcast members on with us, and they will be on here in a little bit. But what we're doing tonight is a podcast with the ParaCrew, but it is an open podcast. So I want to extend an invite for anyone out there who has a spooky ghost story that they would like to tell, that they would like to share with everybody. Feel free to come on, tell your story, hang out with us, and close out this season of MNSpiritCast with us. So we have a lot of big things coming up in 2022, the rest of 2022. For one, guys, can you believe we're halfway through the year already?
Close to it, yeah.
Lots of big things. In a few days, it will be June, which means halfway through 2022. Has not been a bad year. We have new episodes of Minnesota Spirit Hunters coming up. We've been renewed for season 3 of MNSpiritCast, so you can check out the lineup for that on Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you see our stuff. So we have an amazing lineup for season 3 of MNSpiritCast, and we're super excited to go. So tonight, guys, why don't we start by Sorry, baby bumped her head.
Quit pinching the baby, Marcus.
Hey, come here. Come here. Come here.
Raina.
There she is. There she is. There she is.
Raina.
So what we're going to do tonight, guys, is we're going to bring people on, let them tell their scary stories, spooky stories, experiences, whatever. However, I want to start by us telling some spooky stories, you know, like experiences, encounters, anything. What have you guys been through? Let's start with Kara.
Can we start with one of you guys? Juliana has a blowout. I'm going to try to help.
Absolutely. Brandon, spooky story. What's your most spookiest encounter, your spookiest ghost story, your spookiest anything? It doesn't even have to be in the paranormal field, just like an everyday moment where you had a spooky encounter or anything. What frightened you the most that actually got you into what we do?
Well, I have a couple experiences. Back when me and Kara first started investigating together and whatnot, we had went down to a place where we've actually been a couple of times now with the team. And we were, down there. We seen stuff move. We seen, stuff, and went back to the house, and something had followed us back.
Mm-hmm.
And, me and Kara sitting there laying in bed, and I'm laying towards the door so I can see the door. And Kara was laying away from me, facing the closet.
Okay.
And I could see the door literally open. And
really?
There was nothing there. And this door was a little bit too big for the frame. So you actually had to like squeeze it into the frame for the door to actually like be closed.
Wow.
So it opened once, and I mean, I seen it, and I'm like, that's weird. But I was, sat there, kept talking to Car. I was sitting there laying in bed, and then all of a sudden we start hearing the sound of breaking glass in the next room. And my old bedroom wall used to butt up right against the wall for the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So after hearing the sound of like breaking glass, I got up and went in there, with a flashlight and looked, and there was nothing broken, nothing out of the place, nothing like that. So I went back into the bedroom and laid back down. And after I had laid back down, we had talked for, I don't know, like 2 minutes. And all of a sudden the door slowly opened up again.
Really?
And then slowly shut.
And where was this in?
Okay. This was in my mom and dad's old trailer.
Okay.
Well, it's demolished now. But
okay. I was going to say,
after it closed, it literally started to open up again.
Really?
And then the third time that the door opened, I seen red eyes looking in the doorway at us.
Wow.
And I, stopped looking in the doorway and looked at Kara, and Kara's face was just as astonished as mine because she was looking at something in the closet right behind me.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's a question. Here's a question. Did your mom and dad know about this encounter?
No, we never told them.
Now, if they did find out about this encounter, how do you think they would have felt?
My dad would have been pissed.
We did
My
tell
dad would have been like, what the hell are you doing? But no, literally, as I saw the red eyes, I looked at Kara, and she just had this shocked look on her face because she's seen an apparition behind me standing in the closet. Well, as she's seeing that, and I'm seeing what's in the doorway. Mm-hmm. As soon as the thing behind me showed up, the freaking door just literally slammed shut.
Oh wow! Wow!
And
absolutely insane.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like it.
That was
no.
I think that was probably the scariest thing that I've ever had happen so far.
It sounds like it. Kara, is this one of your spookiest encounters, or do you have something that absolutely put the fear of life into you?
I was way more scared when I was a kid. Probably my spookiest thing. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can hear you.
My spookiest encounter was probably when I was like 14. I had some type of like, I don't know, giant shadow, dark black, like not see through at all, like thick black shadow mass thingy. Like every night would like come out of my closet a little bit and like try to hover over my bed.
Oh boy. And
this happened for months. Freaked the hell out of me, and everybody thought I was crazy. I had a friend stay over, and she saw it too and freaked out. And I got so scared of it that I ended up putting Christmas lights because I had like a poster bed,
mm-hmm.
Like it's got the 4 poles that go up, and I wrapped Christmas lights around the top of the poles. Mm-hmm. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I can't get past the lights. I'm a kid,
teenager.
I even took all of my stuffed animals. I had a lot of stuffed animals and like lined my bed with stuffed animals. Like I can't get through the stuffed animals. Like I put all these thoughts in my head, to try to make it so I wasn't as scared.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I had one night where it was coming down
mm-hmm.
off the ceiling towards me.
Yeah.
And it would do that every now and then, but it would never come too close because I'd close my eyes, pray.
Wow.
One time it came down really close and I was freaking out. And I'm covering my head and praying. And then I just it's hard to explain. My grandma had died a few years before that. And so I just felt her kind of thing. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Felt her presence. Just
felt her kind of, she had a smell, just a feeling of your grandma kind of thing, mm-hmm. And then just safety, like you feel safe or whatever. And I just felt like her. And I don't know what to think. And then when I opened my eyes, it was gone.
Wow. Now, guys, I am sharing this out right now to other events. We are taking anybody who has a spooky or ghost story, whatever, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to tell us, you are invited. Let us know. I will throw a StreamYard link out in every group that I share this to. Feel free to hop on, talk to us, hang out, tell us your ghost stories, and close out this season of Minnesota Spiritcast with us. We won't have a show for 2 weeks. Our first show of season 3 starts June 21st, and it is going to be a late show, but that's going to be featured. I can't say who it's going to be featuring yet. We'll talk about that here in a few days, but I'll be sharing
Marcus, you tease.
Huh?
Said Marcus, you tease.
Actually,
now everybody's wondering.
Actually, if anybody checked out the lineup that we posted on Facebook and Instagram, you can see who the very first episode is featuring. So if you go look at that lineup, if you're curious, you can see who all we're going to have on the show on season 3. So go ahead over to our Instagram, check that out. And if you are interested in coming on an episode, send us an email at MNSpiritHunters@gmail.com. Let us know what you want to talk about, some available dates, and we'll get you on the show. No matter what time, what day, we'll fit you in. So go ahead and do that. But some really amazing spooky stories that we've heard so far, and it's only 12 minutes into the show. I suppose my spookiest moment would have to be at a motel down in Nashville, down in Tennessee, and I forgot the name of Night's Inn. That's what it was called. And we don't have those up here, northern states. We don't have the Night's Inn. But it was called Night's Inn, and we were staying there for I don't even know how long. But this hotel is now abandoned. It was abandoned a little after we kind of moved away from the motel. But we were up there one day. We were packing. We were to move out, go to our new place. Our place was getting fixed, so we were staying at this motel. And some spooky stuff happened, man. We had a little Jack Russell Terrier dog, and we had to go to a grocery store. So we put her in her kennel, and we kept her there in the motel room until we got back. And we got back, opened that motel door, and when we did, there's blood scattered all throughout her cage, in front of the cage, all over the bedroom, but the dog is still in the cage. The door wasn't unlocked, nothing. Which makes me question it, because there was a laundry room on the 4th floor of this motel, and the 4th floor was closed down for some murders that happened up there. Murders happened on the 4th floor that completely shut it down. And a little after we kind of moved away from the motel, Anyway, so there's 4 floors to this motel, and we go up to the 4th floor because that's the only laundry room that they had was on the very top floor. This floor had been closed for at least 3 years before we started staying there. And when we go up there to do our laundry, weird stuff. We took the dog up there one day, and dogs can sense things before we can. You know, they could sense, they could see, they could feel way before we can. We go
Animals are like hypersensitive, yeah.
Oh yeah, and we opened that door to the 4th floor, and as soon as we opened it, you literally had to. I don't know how I want to put this. You had to force this dog to go up onto that 4th floor. You open that door.
You had to like force it to come out of the elevator.
Well, it was stairs. There was like 4 flights of stairs, all in one.
Oh.
And there was a door on top of each flight of stairs, and each door went to a different floor. And when you got to that very top of the staircase, there was a door for the 4th floor. Scariest floor of a motel that I've ever seen. We're talking Cecil Hotel level here, and that's pretty bad. And we get up on this 4th floor, and it's completely dark. It's completely abandoned. There's nobody up there. And this dog would not go onto that floor. You almost had to drag her into that 4th floor. You know, and I'm not one for dragging animals into something they don't want to do. You had to pick her up and bring her into that. Otherwise, she was not going up there. the murders had happened. The laundry room's here, and then the first room is like right here beside the laundry room, right? And it kind of goes in like a U shape. So the first room was right here, and then it kind of went over. The second room was right next to that first room, but kind of like diagonal to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it goes all the way down. There's about 30 rooms on this floor on each side. So granted, there's like 60 rooms up on this floor. The hotel staff. Hey, Crossover Paranormal is here. Hey, Jonathan, how are you? Hope your dad's doing well. Lots of prayers have been going out and will continue. But anyways, guys, there's 60 rooms on this floor, and that's a lot of rooms for a hotel, for a motel, you know. And the staff at the desk told us which rooms that this happened in. Turns out it was the first room right beside the laundry room, and then like the 32nd room down the hallway. And so the weird thing is my little brother, who is a mid-teenager now, he was like 6 years old. And we go up onto this fourth floor, and he starts knocking on doors. Now, the thing is, he wasn't around when the staff told us which rooms that these murders happened in. He goes up on this fourth floor. He knocks on the first door, runs all the way down the hallway, and knocks on the 32nd door.
That's strange.
How weird was that? He knocks on the only two doors that they said there was a murder in. Of course, they closed. I understand why they closed it down, because there was murders up there. Who's gonna trust? There's no cameras up there either.
Oh, I'd stay up there.
I'd absolutely stay up there. Now, here's the weird thing. After we had, hey, Vicky is here from Abyss Paranormal. Hello, thank you for joining us on this very special season finale of MNSpiritCast. Now, here's the thing. We're in our room packing one day to get out of this motel to get back to our house, and me and my grandma and my sister were sharing one room, and my mom, my brother, everybody else was in another room. Me and my grandma and my sister, we're in one room. We're packing this room up. My grandma lays a stack of clothes on the bed. There's two beds. It's a two-bed.
Two queen beds. Yeah.
Yeah. And she lays a stack of folded clothes on the edge of her bed, right? And she's got her back turned to the little dresser that's right in front of that bed. You know how motel rooms are set up. She's got her back turned, Brandon. Let me tell you, I was doing something over by the fridge, and hey, Squeakers from the ParaCrew Podcast here. Hello.
How are you guys?
Not too bad. We're just telling some awesome stories tonight. So, but anyway, she had her clothes laying on this bed. I was doing something right beside the dresser that she was at, and I'm kind of turned towards her / the bed. Yeah. And she walks away. She goes to the bathroom to grab something. Literally, Brandon, I looked over. There was a piece of those clothes levitating over the bed.
Holy shit.
Levitating. Let me tell you, they were like this far off the bed. That's still levitation.
When was this?
This was at a motel called Night's Inn down in Nashville.
Wow.
And literally, that's not the only weird thing, because in this very room, each room had a patio that you could walk out on, have a smoke, do whatever. And it had a glass sliding door that you could open and close, and it had a curtain up to the door. We had the curtain open, walked out of the room, went to my mom's room, came back. My grandma and my sister were not in this room anymore. That curtain was closed.
Well,
about 3-4 weeks later, this motel is abandoned and no longer is a motel anymore. Homeless people like to go in there and they like to sleep and just make it a home for the night. Well, the thing is at this time they had let nobody else go in this motel. No homeless people, no civilians, nothing. Well, we're driving by, and the room that we stayed in, we knew where it was on the outside. We're driving by, and literally when we're driving by, we saw that glass sliding door closing while we're driving by. Nobody, because you would have been able to see if somebody was standing there.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was a glass sliding door, and you could have seen if somebody was there. Nobody was there, and it was closing. Like somebody was just closing it, and nobody's there. The curtain's wide open. You would have been able to see there was nobody there. It was,
And there's no way anybody can like rig it, like with like.
well, for
Take
one,
on
Sliding glass door, that would be really hard to do.
right. There's absolutely no way to rig a glass sliding door. There's what do you got to do? Tie a fish string to it. You know, a fishing.
Right.
There's
Now, what about like
Yeah.
covered doors and regular doors and stuff like that? Can people
Right.
do that?
Yeah. And the
Oh,
weird thing is,
mhm.
guys, the weird thing is when I was up on the fourth floor, I told this on a couple other podcasts of ours. When I was up on the fourth floor with my mom, we had my little brother and we had my mom and me, and we were up on this fourth floor doing our laundry. Nobody's on this fourth floor, and there's the door that goes onto the fourth floor right beside the laundry room. And you know, those older. This is an old motel. I'm sure I could find a navigation on Google to this motel, but it's really old. And there's this door, and you know how the old doors have the little glass windows on them, and it's
With the
kinda
like wire mesh inside the glass.
Yep. So
Yep.
I'm standing up against the wall because I know what happened on this floor. I am a little kid. I'm about 10 years old. And I'm standing up on the fourth floor in the laundry room with my back to the wall because I wanted nothing to do with what was going on there. I hated ghosts. I hated paranormal. I hated it. I'm standing up against the wall. My brother's in the stroller because he's just a baby, and my mom's putting clothes in the dryer. Look over. I'm standing on the wall here, and the door is here. I look over. There's a guy in an orange jumpsuit staring through that little window.
Holy crap!
Now the staircase had cameras, and so a little later, I told my mom about it. And my mom thought I was crazy because who was going to be in an orange jumpsuit? You know. Went downstairs, asked the front desk, "Did you guys see anybody in a orange jumpsuit up on the fourth floor staircase?" They're like, "There's been nobody wearing orange whatsoever in this motel. Nobody." Let me tell you, if you want an investigation in Nashville, Tennessee, I will pinpoint you to this motel. Maybe they'd allow an investigation because I know it's haunted.
That would be cool, but like you were saying, if there's homeless people in there, that's where you're going to run a risk.
It's shut down to the public. Nobody can go in. And you know what? Let me see if I can find a picture of it because I'm absolutely excited about this motel. And you know, they might have tore it down by now because I was 10 years old, guys, when this happened. I'll be 24 next month. So this was 14 years ago.
Yep.
So, but let me see if I can find it.
What about you, Squeakers? What's the most chilling experience you've had?
I've had quite a bit. From a haunted house that I grew up in, we actually lived in 2 haunted places. But I think the most scariest one that I went to was in 2019. I can't really disclose where it's at because this person, it went downhill. It went so far downhill that I lost teammates and my best friend died in 2020. And I think something was attached to like 2 or 3 people. But we found out a lot of our abilities from this place. And just a lot of freaky things happened at that house. From the entity screaming at all of us to just things we couldn't explain and things that we brought home. I put some photos up on Laverty's page a while back of a woman in white and a couple faces that I caught in the middle of the night at my friend's place. And I feel like we brought those things home. Hey guys, I can't see the comments because I'm on my phone, but thank you and hi.
Vicky Ngordal says hi.
Hello. But then again, going back to my childhood, I would have to say it would be with the freaking troll doll, and this is why I hate trolls. I can't stand you fake ones. I can't do it. But
Right.
My mom picked a troll doll up, a Norwegian one up from a yard sale, and she was like, "Well, this is cute." Well, this little furry little, I'm gonna not say that word on your show.
MFR?
Viewer discretion advised.
Yes.
There you go. Now you're free to
This
say it.
thing would move around the house. It actually got into our cookie jar and ate cookies. Nobody was at the house.
Wow.
And on top of that, my sister was so afraid of it, she would shove it in the back of the China hutch that my mom had a bunch of things in at the time. And we came home one day and that thing had the China hutch door open and there was literally cookie crumbs all around it, all the way up.
Bang, the creators of Bang, if you're watching this, I'm drinking Bangs every day. Please sponsor me.
They're really good. I like things.
Who wants to see this creepy motel that I'm talking about?
Yes.
Guess what? Guess what? They have remodeled this motel and it is in business again.
Ooh.
It's in business again. Here, check this out.
You know what I did to the troll? I shipped him off in the mail with a little letter that said, "Ship me back to Norway."
Oh my God. All right, so here's the front view of it, or the side view. And you see what I'm talking about, the glass sliding doors, patio there?
Yep.
Now, here's the front of it.
Oh,
yeah. This was it back when I lived in it.
yeah.
Well, there was a fourth floor, and the fourth floor is up behind this blue here. There was no patio. There was no patio on the fourth floor because weird things had happened. And after these murders had happened, they had to do something to keep them in business. And that is it.
Yeah.
Stayed in it. That's the exact motel. They had to do something to keep them in business. They remodeled, they did some upgrading on it, and it's officially back in business.
So, fourth floor, room 1 and 32. Which one are you taking, Marcus?
Oh, now you got to make me think. Tell you what. We take the whole fourth floor. The whole fourth floor is super creepy. If a dog,
if they would let us do it, I totally would.
You're thinking of Two Rivers Mansion. That's in Knoxville, Tennessee. This is in Nashville. By the way, you guys want another creepy place down in Nashville? Check out the Two Rivers Mansion. That place was horrifying. This thing literally had the longest driveway I've ever seen in the history of my 23 years. Crazy. And you go up to this mansion and you put your hands over your face and look in the door like this. There's pictures hanging on the wall and those eyes are going like this. My grandma's seen it all. She's not a believer.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's called Two Rivers Mansion. Desperate much, Marcus. Marcus is begging for a bank. I'm not begging, buddy, because look at this. I got 2 of them here. I'm not begging.
I like birthday cake, and I like surprisingly their peanut butter one. Peanut butter coffee.
Wait. Peanut butter?
Yes, peanut butter coffee energy. Bang.
Oh, wait. I never heard of that.
I didn't either. My sister just recently brought it to me, and I was like, "Oh my God! It actually tastes like a Starbucks."
Going on Amazon right now.
Are you thinking about Monster at all?
No, it's Bang.
Huh, Cara, order me up some, girl. Let's go. Oh man,
just to make sure it's really cold.
Right. Oh,
we actually did a grocery pickup earlier today. We also grabbed something for you and Kendra, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
You guys are great.
I'll let Cara tell you.
Nah.
Y'all just gonna do me like that?
I remember I messaged you earlier about the baby formula because I got a message from Walmart saying they finally restocked, so I grabbed 2 cans with those.
Oh, you just in case
you run out.
You know, I've never thought about that. If I see it here too, I'll make sure. Just let me know when you guys need it.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. And here pretty soon, she's getting the age where we can start weaning her off of the formula, which is it's nice, but still, I really feel with the shortage of everything going on, it's crazy. Because I went to Walmart and I took my client to Walmart today, and we get over to. Oh my goodness, that's amazing! Hold on, we're gonna put you on single layout here.
I'm gonna have to try some.
Look at that! Oh my god!
How much is the case?
You know what, Sarah?
Yeah.
I think you're done here for talking about that.
You're muted, hon.
Wait, how do I get Cara off a single layout?
Huh?
It says that you're muted, Cara.
There we go.
What did I do? Did I say something wrong with energy drink?
No. Wait, how'd you get back on solo layout? Oh my god.
This is what I had a problem
You tried
with
to
the
figure
other
out how
time. I
to
couldn't
there
figure
you
it
go.
out.
Now you're unmuted.
This is why I don't give several people access to my StreamYard.
I hit the button at the same time as you.
I know. What was that bang called?
It's called Bang. Okay, hold on one second.
It's called Bang.
Coffee.
It's called Bang Keto Coffee Chocolate Peanut Butter Blast, and it's $38 for a 12-pack.
It's really good. Just make sure it's really ice cold.
Oh, I'll actually bring it up here so everyone can see it. Actually, this Two Rivers Mansion, Matt, by the way, Ghost Energy, phenomenal, delicious. If anybody hasn't had a Ghost Energy, it should be at your local retailer store. Not retailer. It could be at a retailer store.
Albertsons.
The only luck I found with Ghost Energy is at a gas station, and that is one. Yeah, the liquor store here in town has Bang Energy, or Bang, has Ghost.
Mocha Madness.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Mocha Madness one is good too.
Literally, Cara and Brandon, I am so mad at you guys because you guys are the only one with a gas station that has Ghost Energy.
Yeah, I know. It's like a mile up the road.
Lay down.
Matt.
What does that say?
What's up?
Who has it? SA?
No, Pit Stop.
No. Oh, Pit Stop has it?
Yeah.
Marcus got it. Murphy,
I'm talking about Speedway.
Yeah,
Oh,
Speedway.
no, Pit Stop right here in Rock Creek has got it too.
Oh, guess who's coming to Pine City? Oh, by the way, guys, speaking of Pine City, you guys know that we filmed an episode of season 1 called Pine City Poltergeist. That has been removed from YouTube right now. It is not available to view. However, you can catch that here pretty soon. We'll be uploading it again here soon and needed some editing, and we are in the process of that. But that will be uploaded here soon. I figured I will let you guys know just in case you didn't see it up there. Speaking of new episodes, Brandon and I sat down last night and we went over some footage of our brand new episode that is coming out in July 22nd, called Greenwood Cemetery, and it's in Superior, Wisconsin. This is going to be an amazing episode, and if you guys haven't seen the trailer for this episode, we're about to play that right here, right now for you guys. And
awesome.
What's up?
I said that's awesome.
Absolutely. So this year is going to be very busy for the hunters because we are filming an episode every single month. Some months we have 2 episodes, and we are uploading every single month. So you guys are going to be able to catch an episode of Minnesota Spirit Hunters every single month starting July. There's going to be 10 or 12 episodes. I don't remember, but a lot of them are every single month. So if you guys haven't seen the trailer for the brand new one premiering on July 22nd, we're going to play that trailer for you right here, right now. And I want to know your honest opinions. I want to know what you guys think. While we play this, I'll find some video or some pictures of the Two Rivers Mansion down in Nashville. And if you guys haven't saw it, you guys want to check it out, I'm sure I can find some links for you to check it out and view some footage. So here is the trailer for Greenwood Cemetery premiering on July 22nd. right, so we have traveled all the way to Superior, Wisconsin. So a lot more people are trying to come in to me, so set.
They like that Lurker box, dude.
There it goes, man. Stop messing with us, please. I kind of screwed up on the date. It's July 12th instead of July 22nd. Good for me. So
Yeah, it'll all work out.
yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be a great episode. Can't wait for people to see it. We had a lot of fun filming it. Cara and Brandon have visited this cemetery way before we did this episode. And some of the things that they said that happened, we actually captured on footage, plus more. I can't wait for everybody to see it. So before the commercial break, we talked about Two Rivers Mansion down in Nashville. You guys are absolutely going to love this. Take a look.
Ooh.
That's gorgeous. It's sick. Wow.
That's it's gorgeous and spooky all at the same time.
Exactly. You should see the
Second floor
drive.
balcony.
What's up?
Right.
Like a second floor balcony.
Right.
Exactly. Hey, smoke breaks. No, I tell you, it's really funny, guys, because when you're a smoker and you do these paranormal investigations, you go outside more than you realize. You're probably outside 30% of the time having a cigarette. Let me tell you, we were at the Boyd house, and me, Cara, and Brandon, we're like varmints getting over to the door to get outside. We're just out there every chance we can get because it's a look at Brandon. See, he just can't resist.
You bastard! I'm in the house.
Ooh, why don't you go join him on camera there? Go outside.
You're gonna get the 2-year-old on this camera then.
Well, more the better. Anyway,
Speaking of traveling,
when you're on these paranormal investigations, you just can't help yourself. Sometimes you got to get outside. You know, when you're in a place like the Boyd house, we were there in December, which is winter, and a Minnesota winter can be cold. November.
Oh.
But the ground was covered in snow. You're literally, guys, looking like you're in a flood when you're walking through the yard because you're high stepping, you're getting your legs all the way up. You're looking like you're marching through the yard. Let me tell you, it was one hell of an investigation. That's all I can say. It was fun.
Wow.
I cannot wait to get back. It was a lot of fun. And we've had a lot of amazing investigations as a team already. Cara and Brandon have only been with us since November. You guys have experienced some amazing stuff since you've been on the team, and that's not it. There's way more to come. We've already fulfilled one of Brandon's dream investigations. We will be doing that next year. Not going to be disclosed at all. It's a big surprise, and we'll put out the lineup almost at the end of 2022 of where we're going to be investigating in 2023. But we've already fulfilled his dream of one of his investigations. I'm super excited for this one as well. We have lots of comments coming in here. So let's hop over to the comments and check some of these out. We started right here. Matt says GNC, certain gas stations, and health stores that have pre-workout and dietary aids. He's so technical about everything. But he is right. There are certain stores that have ghost energy. It's not every store that you can find it, and it's definitely a pleasure to always drink that drink. I love it. So, yeah. So, Liz is with us tonight. Hello, Liz. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi, Liz.
I'm
Hello.
glad you guys like the trailer. I love it. I can't wait to premiere this episode. Matt, while you're here, I'd like to get your permission to play the trailer for season 2 of Minnesota Spirit Hunters. So if you're okay with that, leave me a comment here so we can play that for everybody. Hey, Liz, thanks for tuning in. Aaron Hoffman, another fellow Minnesota paranormal investigator here. Aaron from Night Watch Paranormal. If you ever need creepy ideas for locations around Minnesota, let me know. I know a few lesser known but creepy sites. Reach out to us, man. We're always looking for new places. You know what, fellow Minnesota team here, welcome to the show. First time I've seen you here. Maybe you've been on before, but welcome to the Minnesota SpiritCast. This is the season 2 finale. We have a great season 3 right around the corner. That's in 2 weeks. We're going to have no show for the next 2 weeks, but we're going to hit it back hard. And you can check out the lineup of season 3 right on Instagram, Facebook, all of our social media sites. So welcome to the show. Vicky says, look good. Thank you very much. Liz says, hey, Cara. Hey, Sarah. Matt says, good thing the consultant is heading to Nashville in September. I'm mad. I want to go back to Nashville. I want to hit up because, guys, when I'm down in Nashville, I was down in Nashville in 2016. I got to Minnesota in 2016, and you know how many places down in Nashville? There's way more than you can think of. Absolutely spooky, beautiful places down in Nashville that would be a paranormal investigator's dream to get into. Cannot wait to actually get our hand on Nashville. Liz says, hey, Brandon. Matt says, Cara, there already is 2 children on camera, Marcus and Brandon. I feel the love.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
I knew that was one of your kids, but that was kind of creepy. I heard the whispering.
Marianne Clark from Ghost House Paranormal. Thanks for joining. Liz says, hi, Matt. Hi, Aaron. Matt says, not yet.
Go watch the table.
We have a lot of love going on in the comments here. Brandon Crody must be here. Hello. Marianne says, hello. Thanks for joining. So, Sarah, did we get a spooky story out of you yet?
A little bit, yeah. But I think another one of mine was just basically learning my abilities.
Okay.
We've had a lot go on, and some of it I literally felt completely psychotic learning about it myself. But when you have a situation of having a dream and then having it come true, those are always kind of frightening because you're like, what the fuck? What the fluff did I just experience? I apologize. I just got to say it again.
Viewer discussion advice, Sarah. Come on, get with the program. Viewer discussion.
Right, exactly.
Oh boy, we're in trouble. Hey, look, there's 3 children on the show now.
There he is.
But
Hey,
I think
Matt and Sarah. Matt and Sarah, should we give them a little sneak peek at your new logo?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. We'll remove the dodo first. You can stay backstage. That's
Hey,
creepy.
Matt, that's
Good luck with that one, Marcus.
What's that?
the dodo.
So good luck with that one.
Yeah, right. Well, here's the thing. Here's the beautiful thing. He does not have access to my StreamYard, so yay. How dare you, Cara?
I do.
You're supposed to be a hunter, Cara. No mats allowed.
All I have to do is get on my laptop and go in there on StreamYard, but I won't. I'll be nice.
Hey, whoever this Kendra chick is, she's here with us tonight. Thanks for joining. Get off my show. All right, and then we have Vicky says, "Hey Kendra, Matt, you have the floor, man. What's your spooky story that you got to share with us?" Can't hear him.
I think he's muted.
Yeah, I think so. Can't hear you, man.
Still can't hear him.
Still can't hear you, dude. Shut Woman says, "Hi, Kendra."
This is even better. We have Matt silent.
Right. For what?
Get out.
Dang it.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
So mean. That's great.
Fine, I see how it is.
Oh.
Wow, you want scary? Scary is giving me ideas at 1 a.m.
All right, heard enough.
Oh, that's scary. Marcus knows. Marcus knows what happens. Talk in the morning with me and ideas.
I can be scary.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Liz.
Lisa is here. Hello, Lisa.
I'm Lisa.
I don't know. I've got being in the field for so long. You know, it's hard to just pick out one time. I think
Vicky, I praise you right now. I absolutely praise you, Vicky. Thank you.
Hey, I have a reputation. I have a reputation to maintain. Leave me alone.
A reputation. How well is that going for you?
I'll let you know.
Anyway, spooky story.
I think one of the spookiest that I can just think of off the top of my head is there was some sort of poltergeist vicious activity. Raina, what we see
it for you. I'll say it for you. No, I'll say it for you. Raina, throw up on Uncle Matt.
Go up on Daddy. Get better.
All right, fine. Throw up.
Well, like 4 weeks from now, she'll be able to throw up on Uncle Matt.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
All right.
We go boing, boing, boing. Right?
That's a great thing, guys. I'm glad Brandon brought that up. And then after this, Matt, we'll let you get your spooky story out. But, guys, in exactly 4 weeks from tomorrow, Minnesota Spirit Hunters will be on the road to West Virginia. We cannot wait. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We will be teaming up with the ParaCrew themselves. Well, Matt will be teaming up with Matt live in person for not only an investigation, but we have another surprise in store. And Matt might not even know what it is.
Marcus's demise.
Yep. Yep. Whatever that means.
Let it freely.
Anyway, man, what's your spooky story?
So there was this one client that they kept complaining that they had like no energy. They were basically a complete 180 of their attitude. Short version, we found out it was poltergeist activity. Well, while we were there, we were trying to do some tip time, and I lost track of about 3 hours. Now, what was scary for me was apparently I was still walking, talking, doing everything I normally did. I don't remember any of it. I literally was out for 3 hours.
Wow.
Look at me.
Wow.
Other stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of times where like this don't really scare me. I mean, I've been startled, but minus the the D word that we hate using. Minus those 3 cases, I really can't think of a time where I was actually like scared.
Right.
And you just gotta remember to expect the unexpected.
Exactly. Thanks, Liz. Appreciate it. She's not so cute when she's throwing up on Daddy.
That's when she's at her best. Makes Uncle Matt so proud.
Oh, you just wait, Matt. You just wait 4 weeks, buddy, and you'll meet her in person. I'm going to train her. I have 4 weeks to absolutely train her to the fullest, to absolutely terrorize you.
And I will teach her the complete opposite, because that's what an uncle does.
Ah, okay. What you gonna do? You're gonna send her home with a bunch of candy, huh?
Darn right.
Guess who's staying in Pennsylvania?
No, she's not staying there either.
My wife?
Oh.
Actually, that's actually not 100% false. She's gonna work.
What wife? Who would marry you? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you.
The Mrs. Consultant. I'm
By
saying.
the way, guys, if you guys haven't checked out Mackenzie's brand new show, what was it? What was the name of it?
Show 2. She has co-ownership of it.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry, Sarah. You guys have a brand new show.
Okay.
You guys have a brand new show. Tell us a little bit about your new show.
Well, right now, it's about any kind of cryptids and the unknown. We had a good conversation about aliens the other day, and Bigfoot, and of course the Black Panther. Basically, I don't want to say too much because I don't exactly know where Mackenzie's going with a lot of this at the moment, but I think it's on a good track. Right now we're kind of doing the forest cryptid creatures.
Okay.
Which there's an awesome couple of internet pages that we've been checking out for certain things, and I'm just learning about this kind of stuff. So I don't want to sound like I'm pulling it out of my back pocket, but I am just learning about cryptids, and the only ones that I really knew about growing up was like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness monster, the monster in Flathead Lake. Just little tiny tidbits here and there. So
okay,
it's interesting.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we are going to take a 5-minute break here with the official P3 video. We're going to take a small intermission. We are far from done yet on the season 2 finale of Minnesota Spirit Hunters. So sit back, relax, get a smoke break in, use the bathroom, do what you want to do. We have 5 minutes for the brand new P3 video, and when we come back, some of our P3 family might be right here with us to tell their spooky stories. So we'll see you guys right back here in just a little bit. I'm going to keep talking until I find the P3 video. So,
hey, Marcus.
Oh, look at that. I found it.
By the way, Marcus, you have my permission to play that opener.
Okay. So, do you have it done, by the way? Did you get the new banner in there?
You don't have my permission. No, it's still incomplete because I still need those other 2 pictures.
Okay, so how about we just play it the way it is for now?
Nah, I don't care. Whatever.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna take a 5-minute intermission. We'll see you guys. What's going on here? All right, guys. We're gonna play the P3 video, and we'll see you right back here in just a few moments. Enjoy.
She teleported.
set both of them out.
We're gonna get some tonight.
Some.
Yeah, not yet.
The experiences I had with you or my solo experience that you obviously did.
By saying either I'm done or I'm leaving, that way we know.
Sounds like y'all might not need. It sounds like y'all's family might need to.
Yeah.
Close. It's always.
Japanese Welcome to the Mystic Paranormal UK Members Lounge.
All right, guys, we are back on this season finale of MNSpiritCast, and we have some new faces with us tonight. We are far from done here, and we are joined by the one and only Tammy and Mark of Enlightened Souls Paranormal. Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. This is your very first time being on the MNSpiritCast.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining. I appreciate that.
Pretty awesome.
Now, before the break, we were talking a little bit about our spooky stories. We were sharing each other's spooky stories. We were talking about bang energy. We're talking about everything, ghost energy. You guys from Enlightened Souls Paranormal, not only from your investigations, but I want to hear y'all's spookiest moment that almost put the fear of life in you. And I mean that lightly because not all of us have had a story or encounter that has put the fear of life in us. But what do you guys have for us? Tammy, let's start with you.
Wow. I've had several things throughout my life. There's not a lot that scares me now unless somebody like jumps out at me.
Oh, now I know how to get you.
But probably when I was about 14, when I had an experience, and I've talked about it on other podcasts. A friend of mine was having brought a Ouija board to my house, and we conjured up some craziness. There was a white cloud that was above us, and we were pretty much tortured by whatever that entity was. It followed all of us home. And yeah, nightly, every night we were being woke up at the 3 a.m. time and all of that. We finally had to come together and do like kind of a just like a positive energy ceremony, which is hard for a 13, 14-year-old kid.
Well, yeah.
Because you have all kinds. But okay, so there's one other thing that happened that I'd like to share when my daughter was young. We lived in a house that was in Peoria, Peoria Heights, and she had a friend that she brought home from school one day, and she asked if she could spend the night. And we didn't have anything going on. Sure. She spent the night. The next morning, I woke up pretty early and she was gone. She had left already. And, I asked my daughter what was going on, and she's like, oh, she just had to leave. But my daughter was acting kind of strange about it. Later, a few years later, my daughter shared a lot more of what happened. She had brought a Ouija board over and started talking in a language that my daughter could not understand. At that point in time, my house became like a portal was open. There was all kinds of entities and things that were in that house, and I didn't fully understand how many until we moved. But let me go back to that, because my daughter went back to school the next school day on Monday. And I can't remember the girl's name. It's weird. It's a vague memory for both of us. So we're going to call her Caroline, because it was some kind of name that could have been an older name.
Okay.
She's asking, well, where'd Caroline go? Now, mind you, my daughter didn't have class. She met her on the playground during recess.
Okay.
Nobody knew who she was. The girl didn't exist at the school. She even asked the teacher, they're like, there's no Caroline at this, in this school. And so when we sold the house a few years later, I was just taking a picture of the sold sign. And one of the things I remember about her, she had like clothes that weren't very strange clothes on that were like, she was dressed like she was in the 1800s, which I was just like, oh, she's just weird. We'll just let it be, whatever. She showed up in the picture as a spirit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got the picture. It was very creepy. You can see her very clearly.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mark, Enlightened Souls Paranormal, talk to me. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Not too bad. It's not supposed to be, but I'm loving the background behind you. It kind of looks a little spooky.
Well, if you see the lights flicker above, that would be Brittany coming down here. She shows up every now and then, and she flickers the lights to let me know she's.
Brittany, who's Brittany?
Brittany's an 11-year-old spirit that came to me from the book rack. It's a book store here. About 15 to 16 children's spirits in that building.
Oh, wow.
Well, we did some research on that area, because right now there's a Monica Pizza, there's the book rack, and some antique stores. And back in the early 1900s, all that was there was a doctor's office.
Oh, wow.
So when I talked to Brittany on my spirit box and on my Obelisk app, I've asked her, I said, what did you die from? And she told me it was measles.
Oh my gosh.
And her little brother died of TB.
Oh.
Wow.
Her little brother likes to climb, like being a little boy. He likes to climb. And over at the pizzeria, the manager said that she sits in her office, and when her desk is facing the wall, and when to her right, the hallway that goes out to where they prepare the pizzas, right, the back line. I said, out of nowhere, the cups come flying off the shelves.
Oh my gosh.
And that's little Joseph climbing.
Oh.
I do have to add in here that where he picked up those spirits was only like 3 blocks from my old house. Where
Oh
that
boy. Oh boy. Now, just to clear it up, Enlightened Souls Paranormal is based in what state?
Peoria, Illinois.
Okay, it's in the P3 video. My mind's all over the place. I have no idea. So, Illinois, you guys seem to have some very interesting places over there that you've been doing investigations at. What has it been like with all the different locations you've been doing?
Recently, we've been out of residentials. There's a lot of activity going on right now. Ever since we had that last blood, it's went haywire. So the other night, we went to a lady's house in Chillicothe, right along the Illinois River. Literally, you can throw a rock from her porch and throw it in the river.
Okay.
That close. And we were down in the basement. That's where a lot of the activity was happening. And her little girl has been seeing spirits in her closet.
Oh, wow.
And we found out that the spirit was seeing Grandpa Park. So that's a good thing. That's Grandpa just watching over.
Yeah.
But the other night, we set up a REM pod on a chair, and we put one little cat ball, lighted one, and we put it next to the REM pod. And as the camera started rolling, I said, "Is there anybody in here with us? Would you like to play ball?" Ball started rolling just a little bit at a time, and then all of a sudden it shot off the end of the chair.
Oh my gosh!
That's so the spirit came and said, "Charlie, do you want to cross over?" And he said, "Yeah."
Oh.
Our group formed a in the area and started saying a prayer for Charlie, say the Lord's Prayer and everything else. And the REM pod was going off because he was standing right there, and then all of a sudden it quit.
Oh my gosh!
So crossed over. So Sean walks over to this wall, and he puts his hand on it like he's just going to lean against the wall. And I said, "What's up?" He said, "There's so much wall." So it is that wall is a fake wall, right?
Okay.
So all along that town, Chillicothe, there are tunnels for the Underground Railroad, and we believe one of the tunnels is behind that wall. So Sean and I, we were telling them, if you want to come out, if you want to cross over, come out and speak your name. Let us know who you are, and we will pray for you.
Okay.
23 times.
Oh, wow.
Get names, and we were able to, we didn't leave the one, but there was one entity, I can't say it was evil, but there was one entity that was telling them, don't go, don't cross.
Right.
And one spirit told me that, I said, where's the spirit telling you not to go? And it goes, closet. Well, there was a walk-in closet, big walk-in closet in the basement. And
oh my gosh.
Storage area. And I went in there, the guys were behind me, the camera. And I said, I don't know who's in here, but you don't need to hide. You can stand up. I'm not your enemy. And it came on a couple of snaps, said, sinner. And I says, yes, we're all sinners. But you must understand, that the blood of Jesus Christ has forgiven you.
Wow.
Is ask for forgiveness, and you too can come in the other room and cross over.
Exactly, yeah.
And pretty soon the REM pod went off. And I said, if this is the entity in the closet, make the light. And I want to cross over. So we all said a prayer. REM pod going off.
Wow. Wow.
I get up. I thought it was my dog's wife that woke me up. And I looked around the bedroom, so I grabbed my phone. I was in here with me. And it came on.
Okay. Wow.
You're the closet. Yes. I crossed over. I did.
Okay.
Why are you here? You came back to say thank you. Yes, I must go now. And then ended.
Huh.
It was
Wow. Very interesting. And this is a recent investigation that you guys done?
last Sunday.
Last Sunday. Okay. Where can people check this investigation out?
Video still being edited.
Okay. All right. So interesting.
Takes a lot of time.
Oh, absolutely. Before we go on, Aaron of the Spectre Radio and Night Watch Paranormal is here with us. Welcome, Aaron. Thank you for joining. So Mark, we heard a little bit about your investigation story. Now, what is the creepiest moment? It doesn't have to be within Enlightened Souls, just within your whole entire life. What is the most creepiest moment that you ever encountered?
1977. I was in school going to campground up on Parkway, Illinois, and places in the middle of nowhere. And we were all had a bonfire down on the canal bank. You know, we're all just sitting in long. And my sister started looking over. Those lights over there.
Yeah.
And I looked and I said, yeah. I said, there's nothing over there because there's no towns near us for like 6 miles. And I said, what is that? And then she, I don't know. So I just kind of, you know, young kid playing around for fire and everything. And she goes, Mark. I go, what? She goes, those lights again, closer. And I look at everything. So right away, my friend is these lights are getting closer. I don't play. It comes literally. It came right over top and stopped.
Oh, wow!
Now I had my very bright. I've always carried a bright flashlight, and I shined it straight up at this light, at the lights that were above me.
Yeah,
but I couldn't see metal. I couldn't see. There was nothing there for me to see. Right? It was as if I was shining the light. And all of a sudden, this blue, kind of a bluish purple light down over top of the thing, and my body all over. And my sister started, oh my God, they're going to suck him up. They're going to suck him up, you know. And she was freaking out. People were like, a couple girls. And I just stood there and I turned the light off. And I looked up at it, and then they turned whatever they had on me off. But my body was still tingling for like 20 minutes.
Oh, I bet.
And it went over the campground, big west of us, and then that quick, it. Oh,
wow!
So there was a loud sound. Everybody up in the campground, literally broke back off the shelves, and they felt broke. My mom came out. And she goes, "What?" And my sister says, "I don't know," but she shined a light upon your son. She said, "I don't know what happened to him?" And I just told her, I said, "Well, I don't feel any different. You know, maybe they were just scanning me. I don't know what they were doing or who or anything else." But that was a pretty.
Wow, very interesting. That would have been a very terrifying moment for almost everybody here on the panel. I know it would have been for me.
What was amazing was our ex-member Alicia recently left our group. She experienced almost the same entity, the same thing. about a day or two, and she was along the main canal.
Okay.
And I thought that was weird because when I told my story one time, she told her story. I was like, wait a minute, that's almost like an identical thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Sounds like a fun place to visit.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's out in the middle of nowhere, and you take one wrong turn, driving 30, 40 minutes, you're going to come into some city town.
Right.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting in you, it sounds like.
Yep.
Absolutely. Aaron, how are we doing tonight?
We're doing all right.
Well, thank you for joining us. And you have a new podcast called Spectre Radio, co-host Lisa Marie. And how's that going so far?
It's going pretty good. We've had Irene Takur on with us, and we also had another member of my team, Neil Mao. We also had Mason from MJC Paranormal, as well as Austin Dale. So it turned out to be a pretty good collective conversation that night.
Absolutely.
Well, those two you guys get some good conversation with.
Now, I know there's I know we all have one, and we've heard some amazing stories tonight from everybody here on the panel. We all have a spooky story. Aaron, what is the most spookiest moment that you can think of that you've dealt with?
Well, my wife and I, we were staying with a friend of mine in a place called Champlin. And he was renting a house from somebody, and we were able to get a hold of the basement. And one weekend, him and his kid had left to go up north somewhere. So it was just me and my wife. And at this point, my wife would tell me that every once in a while she would see somebody standing on the top of the stairs that goes up to the main doorway. And she would also talk about some of the noise that she would hear with like certain knockings and thumping.
Mm-hmm.
And Minnesota winter can play hell on
water
pipe.
Oh, yeah.
So I pointed out that some of the noise that she was hearing was occurring from when you turn off the hot water, and that back pressure kind of builds up and starts banging on some of the walls a little bit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we heard a loud thump upstairs, and then footsteps running down a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at my wife, and I was like, "What the hell? Nobody's supposed to be here." So I ran upstairs. I looked in all the bedrooms, all the closets, underneath all the beds. Nobody was in any of them. The front door was locked, and nobody would have gone out the side door because that's the door that faces the stairs that go down to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And all the plastic sheet that was over the window to keep the draft out was undisturbed.
Oh, wow.
And the only other place that was left was the attic. But the problem with that is you had to open up the closet in the main bedroom, pull out all the shelves, and try to push a door that was so badly warped. The door was almost shut. You would have heard somebody go up there. But the closet was intact. And this was in February. And there was no footprint in the snow outside.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. And, as a fellow Minnesota team, I absolutely agree that the Minnesota weather could be very bad on a lot of different stuff here. But so you said there were no footprints in the snow outside?
None. The only print that was there was the track that would go from the side door to the driveway. But even those prints had already been filled in with some of the snow that had happened about an hour before. So there was no fresh print.
Wow. Interesting. We have a few longer comments here that I want to address with all of our teams here. By the way, every team here, Aaron, I'm going to talk to you about it after the show if you're available. But every team here is a part of the P3 program. And if you don't know what the P3 program is, we'll fill you in on that here in a minute. All of our P3 family that's here right now, we have some comments here. And Lynn says, I wish you you could all come to the haunted 1686 house in Kingston, New Hampshire. It's crazy with activity. No bugs at all, just the most active place that I know around me. Personally afraid to re-enter without backup. Now,
I'll have to check that out. That's not too far from me.
Yeah, exactly. And we actually had a New Hampshire resident, David Childers, on our show last night. So spreading the love of New Hampshire. We do not have New Hampshire in the books right now, but if you have anything that you need us to check out, you need backup on anything, hit us up. We'll plan a trip. I can't speak for everybody here, but I'm sure a lot of people can make it out there. Matt, you're not included. Nobody cares.
Yeah, well,
just kidding.
I figured.
Lots of love.
My husband and I like to travel all over the U.S. too. We have an RV that we're leaving in a week and a half for one trip.
Okay, absolutely awesome. Lynn says, I have to share the Kingston house, Vegas, and lastly the Yoda that went by the end of my street under lights with glasses. I'm 52 years young. I questioned seeing this entity 2 times. Today I visited Rockingham County Gifts and immediately saw a black statue. Of all things, I have captured true orbs for years, after very grave losses. But Yoda, I researched this was a gift. I bought the statue of the statue of what I drew on paper months before. Oh my God. Wow.
That means you are a psychic.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
There's something you did not know, Lynn. You just, that means you are psychic. I agree with Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
How interesting.
Well, Marcus, I hate to cut you off, but I have to get going. I just got home from work, obviously. Okay. But before I go, if you don't mind, if you still want to, we can play that little intro.
Absolutely. So Matt has took the pleasure of creating a very amazing intro for season 2 of Minnesota Spirit Hunters, which is coming up July 12th, 2022. Great episodes coming up, but Matt did us the honor of creating a brand new intro. And I don't know if everybody has saw it, but we're going to play that for you here right now. And I want to know what your opinions are on this. So
before you hit play, not to cut you off, but Brandon, big love to you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see why he says that. Anyway,
I couldn't resist.
This, by the way that Matt put this together, you're going to see a very bright white screen. There will be a banner of season 2 that's going to be right in that spot. So it's not done yet, but this is the official trailer and intro for every episode of season 2. So here it is. Hope you guys enjoy.
As Rochelle feels threatened by the doctor's chest artifact, we head to the
Marcus said bye. He's been
like this, all the way open, and then we come out. Here, we are the Minnesota Spirit Hunters, and we're here to address the communication. Brandon, how does it feel to be a failure right now of Veterans Square? This is Veterans Square right over here. do you guys think?
That is bad.
Thank you. All credit right here goes to Matt. Great video, Matt. I absolutely love it.
I like it other than me waddling because it was the day after I had surgery.
You know what? One thing I really like about the clips you sent me, Marcus, was that first clip and for the season 2 of you introducing, because I think a lot of teams forget to do that when you're out investigating. You forget to introduce yourselves, and it's very important during investigations to introduce yourself to these spirits or these individuals, because it makes it more personable. And then the cut to, of course, you busting on Brandon, because let's be honest, we all like to have fun during an investigation.
Well, there is one very big question that we all are dying to ask. Brandon, how does it feel to be a failure?
Sure. Give the tech guy crap when it's the most simple piece of tech. Sure.
Did you guys catch that in the opener where I asked Brandon how it felt to be a failure? Now, I'll give you a little backstory on that. Brandon is our tech guy, and Brandon, we love you, man. Absolutely love you. Now, Brandon is trying to connect the spirit box over to the speaker via aux cord, and he's trying to plug it into the speaker, and he can't get it figured out and everything. Kara is like, "Give me the speaker," and she takes the spirit box and she hooks it right up to the speaker, and it starts working instantly. So I have a yeah, exactly. I have a voice recorder in my hand. It came out of nowhere to just ask Brandon how it felt to be a failure. And it's all out of love too. We don't do this for bashing on each other. We do it all out of love.
No. And speaking of love, like I said, guys, I have to get going, but Enlighten, always a pleasure to see you guys. Love you guys to death. Hunters, you know it. You know I love you. And Aaron, definitely we need to be chatting here very shortly.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and seriously, guys, if you guys watching in the audience, you haven't already, seriously check these guys out. Not just, obviously, our Minnesota Spirit Hunters, but Enlighten. Check out what Aaron's doing with Lisa. I've seen a couple of the shows and love it, guys. You guys are doing an amazing job. So, much love to each and every one of you guys.
Right back at you, man. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Anytime. Have a great night, guys.
You too. See you later. What a great guy. We all love Matt. Matt is the base of the P3 program. He created all of this for us to be able to share, come together as a family, and create a judgment-free, no drama zone. And we couldn't thank him more for that, because it's absolutely amazing program. And if you guys ain't part of it, reach out to Minnesota Spirit Hunters, Matt, Enlightened Souls, and get on this P3 program, because it's an absolutely amazing program to be on. So reach out to any of us. We'll point you in the right direction, and let's get you on the program. So amazing people here in the comments. Before we wrap up this season 2 finale tonight, does anybody have anything else that they would like to share with us? Here's a great question go ahead.
This is going to be my new creation.
Oh,
Teddy bear. It's a night light. I've got that circuit put into it. And then what I have to do now is on this paw, I have to install a switch over here. And then there will be a REM pod also placed within this bear.
Oh, well, we need to purchase that. That's awesome.
Well, it's still in research and development.
Hey, you know what it is? What it is? Time is perfection.
Well, the issue I'm having is it. I've got the night light circuit in there, LEDs.
Mm-hmm.
When I put the REM pod circuitry near it, that circuit is triggering the REM pod. So that little circuit board in there is making some kind of electromagnetic field. So I've got to get them. Off that REM pod separate.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's work in progress.
Absolutely. That's definitely something. When you release that, let us know. I'd like to purchase one.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I've got about between 50 and 60 other people who want to.
Hey, that's what you get for sharing a idea of equipment with a paranormal investigator. We see something new and shiny, and we want it.
Yeah.
I think our best new thing that we've had though so far, that one's not finished. Our best one is Sparky.
Yeah.
Sparky's pretty cool.
It's a Tesla. And we know that run when you put it on pause, it Bluetooth to your Ovilus app. And it's amazing because as the spirit is talking to you, they're gaining energy through the static electricity coming off the top of the antenna. And
technically it wasn't made to bring in their voices, but you can hear their voices and laughter and all of that. It's amazing.
Wow. That's interesting.
We just have to tell them that you got to speak slowly and clearly because it's still putting out with the static.
Yeah.
We always tell them speak slowly and clearly.
Yep.
Understand you. And we had a couple weeks ago, we went over to a house over in Galesburg.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually her mother.
You might want to try running a noise gate guitar effect pedal through that because that'll cancel out all that static.
Yep, she had a complete conversation with her mother. It was so emotional.
Wow. All right, looks like you have something on your mind. What's up?
Oh, I was going to ask how much time before you're closing out because I was going to ask a question.
Oh, we have plenty of time here. Take your time.
Well, everybody always asks the same questions of, what's your scariest moment? What's your favorite investigation? I want to know what's the funniest. What's the what made you roll with laughter? I want to know one good story.
Cara, this is going to be a good one. Both of our Enlightened Souls family members here dying laughing when you say this. So,
oh God,
let's start with Enlightened Souls. Tell me about your funniest moment.
Okay, it has to do Barb, and we've talked about this before on podcasts too.
I might have heard this. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we're all in this. It's called the 1818 house. It was built in 1818, and there are spirits everywhere. Well, Mark and another member that we used to have were going through little trinkets and things in this cabinet, and Barb's standing behind them. I'm standing behind Barb, and the camera person is behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So Barb farts.
No, I mean like an earthquake fart. I mean,
I turn around to run away. I knocked the mannequin over that was right next to me. I just boom. And Mark's like, what the?
All I heard boom right after.
Me and Cameron, the camera guy, we're running away, and she is following us. And Cameron yells, "Stop following us!" As she's running, she's still farting.
Oh no!
It was,
You got that on camera, right?
You better have. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then the second funniest moment we had was Barb as well. We went to a house and we were smudging.
That darn Barb, huh?
And they wanted to smudge this closet that they'd seen orbs and spirits going into. Barb gets down on her hands and knees and starts crawling, and all of a sudden it's a plumber's butt crack, right? Her husband has the camera like this, and he's right down on her butt crack, man.
Oh boy.
So hard. Her butt crack went nasty every day. Yeah, Barb's
You guys didn't go viral for this?
Oh, it probably should have, but
that's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh.
We
That's
need to
awesome.
get just a clip of those two things, and just share those.
No,
because
Paranormal bloopers.
I go back and download the. I got to go back and download the Facebook Live. While for the woman of the house, you know, she doesn't care. Feels like somebody's. Well, we were in there, and all of a sudden, her husband gets scratched. Nothing I've seen. The scratch marks were probably 2.5 inches apart.
Oh wow!
There were 3 of them, and they were deep to the point that they were about to draw blood.
Oh wow!
Have that on. And he was a non-believer.
Yeah.
Now, and going in there behind us, you know, he goes, "Oh man, back is burning. It's burning." And we lifted the shirt, and there's those 3 scratch marks. And I'm like, "Oh, dude, you just got scratched."
Yeah. Wow.
And we think it was burning. But watches her. Yeah, we think it was burning, and we told her to stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
Normally, I'm the target. I'm the one that always gets scratched. And there was one time, you know what a cherry choke is when trachea?
Yeah.
You don't grab the whole throat. You just grab the trachea.
Yeah.
Barb's old trailer, and a spirit grabbed. I mean, literally, if Tammy wouldn't have been there, probably I could have. Tammy run over this, and finally, that's
right. Wow.
Yeah, there was something there. Something like there before it said Mike must die. Because that's part of my camera. And it would come on Mike must die.
Yeah.
So there was something that it didn't like men, and just on that particular day, it decided to turn on me. And it was scary. That was scary.
I bet it was. You know, Aaron, it looks like you have a story to share with us. What are we talking about here?
Well, everybody knows the Palmer House Hotel in Sauk Center, Minnesota. And we were there right at the beginning of the pandemic to do an investigation. And what made this so unique was this was right. It was right around August that we did this. So there was nobody at the hotel. It was just us in our group. We had the whole hotel to ourselves. And we were setting up in Lucy's room. And if you don't know who Lucy is believed to have been a prostitute during the early 1900s who was either murdered or committed suicide there. As we're getting our gear together, a fellow investigator by the name of Harley Black had her SOS pointed at Tom, doing a test run on her to make sure that it was okay. And she gets this look on her face, and she's like, "Tom, do you feel anything?" And Tom had no clue because he was just sitting there minding his own business. And as it turns out, she has an SLS capture of a stick figure on its knees performing oral on Tom.
What?
And when she told us this, me, Neil, and Harley just about died, and Thomas was so red.
Okay. All right. Let's recap.
Yeah.
I had to walk away to deal with something for the baby. And I walk back and I hear a spirit was giving another spirit oral.
No, the spirit was giving one of our investigators oral.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't say anything? Like, what the?
I mean, he was just so embarrassed. And to this day, I give him crap about it all the time. So whenever we go on an investigation, I'm like, all right, now, Tom, remember, we're here to investigate spirits, not pick them up.
So instead of ghost talks, it's ghost gonorrhea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not gonna,
That's so messed up.
That had to be, I mean, seriously though, that had to be cold.
You would think.
No, I'm just saying because like when Brittany comes up and she grabs my hand gets cold.
Yeah.
So if they were actually giving him oral, that had to be like, putting it in a freezer.
No, let me ask you this, Mark. How uncomfortable was it to say that?
I'm comfortable saying anything. You just gotta know me. You just gotta know me.
Oh man, that was great. Good story. Brandon. No, go ahead. Whoever.
One of my funniest actually was one time we were investigating with a couple of friends in Cara. We were down at a place, and me and my friend, we were young. We, were kind of provoking, which you're not supposed to do, but we were. And
I know what he's telling.
Oh God.
Anyways, me and my friend, we were, asking the spirits to like knock on, something or do something to let us know that they were there. They weren't communicating with us at all, but Cara sitting in the car all by herself, and all all the dash lights come on 3 times in a row. Blink, blink, blink. And she's got the keys in her hand, not in the ignition.
No electronic key fob, none of that.
She whips the door open. It almost tucks and rolls out of the parked car. And I whipped around. I would see her, bailing out of the car. I was laughing my ass off.
Oh my God!
That same night,
the only reason I got scared was because you were provoking, and I am not for that.
Yeah, I think another funny thing we had happen. We were in Pekin, Illinois, at a house where an older gentleman was arrested 40 or 50 times for mowing his grass naked. Now,
we call him naked lawnmower man.
Yeah, not only did he mow his grass naked, he shoveled his snow naked. Okay. So while we were in the basement, right, the lights start flickering off and on by themselves, and we're just standing in this room going, hello, and all of a sudden on the SB7, Barb's holding this SB7, it tells Barb, I want to F you. Straight up, it's on video.
Oh my God.
And we're all laughing. And Barb's like, why me? Why me?
Well, at least you don't have to buy a dinner.
Yeah,
he's really pissed off because his last wish was to be buried nude, and his brother did not give him his last wish.
Oh my gosh.
So we ended up, I actually have a shadow figure video that one of our cameras caught, and the shadow isn't against the wall. It's between the camera and the wall. You can see it plain as day, move right between.
Oh, wow.
And the team was upstairs. We had a shaman, Ed from the Quad Cities. We had Ed with us, and we were getting ready to do a house cleansing. And I think this spirit, whatever the spirit was, it's trying to find a place to hide.
Wow.
That was my assumption, because once we went down and Barb closed the port, there was a portal in the small bathroom downstairs. When she closed that portal, I came out and into this little room where they had it's like an aquarium for a little turtle that's there.
Yeah.
And when I walked out, the cameraman come out, and we heard the loudest growl I've ever. It sounded like a grizzly bear growling at me.
Oh my God.
And people on our Facebook Live was like, Mark, what was that? And I said, that was a growl. So I turned around and I looked in the direction that it came in. I says, you're one of those special spirits, aren't you? I just try. I'm not going to give it power. I'm not going to let it know that I have fear. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, right.
And he said that his dad went down, like the circuit breaker trip for the kitchen. His dad went down there, and his dad said what he heard was like a huge snake or something hissed at him.
Wow.
So since we did the house cleansing, there's been no growling. There's been no hissing.
Okay.
But they do have a spirit in the basement, and it is continuously decorating a Christmas tree that's standing up there.
Oh my gosh.
And I have that caught on SLS.
Wow.
That Christmas tree, they said, came from a family where the son hung himself.
Yeah.
Really?
So we think it's the sun spirit that's attached to the tree.
Right.
Bad.
Wow. Cara, what's a funny moment in your paranormal years?
Oh God! You know, I asked the question, but I didn't think of an answer for myself.
Mom, tell me when Madison gets on.
Oh! I got one. I told you this a billion times already, Marcus, and Brandon knows it. We went to a tiny little oh, my brain's working, cemetery. It's this tiny little thing in the middle of the woods, and nobody really knows about it, and it's super active. We're actually going to be going there for the season that we're doing. Anyways, we went there with a couple of our friends before we joined this team, just to check it out, and we were doing a Ghost Box EVP session, and the voices coming through were in German, and we're like, well, I don't know any German. And my friend's like, I know one thing in German, and we're like, what? And she's like, the Happy Birthday song. Before we could even say, no, that's probably not a good idea, she starts singing it. She sings the Happy Birthday song and straight through the Ghost Box. Fuck you. Sorry. F you.
Oh my gosh.
I laughed so hard I couldn't.
That's great. You know, for my funny story, I have to go back and side with Aaron here. Lisa, you're in the comments. You know what I'm talking about. It's based at the Palmer House Hotel. Now, we were there, and Lisa, and Kendra were in Lucy's room, which is the most haunted room in the hotel. Aaron, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And then there's the kids' room, the kids' playroom, halfway down the hallway.
Yep.
And you, Lisa, you know what I'm talking about. You're here, and you can justify for me. Me, Lisa, and Kendra were getting equipment put together, and Rochelle and I were down in the Rochelle's our medium. We were down in the kids' room, and we were doing a little what do you call it? Still shot, where you turn the lights off, take pictures, and then look back on the pictures. That's a still shot. Yeah. So
Polaroid.
Rochelle and I were down there, and we set the camera up, and we didn't have good enough view of it, so I ran back down to the room to get a enhancer to put on the camera, kind of lighten it up a little bit or whatever.
Okay.
And Rochelle stayed back at the kids' room with all the lights off, and it's super dark in the kids' room, and you can't see a darn thing when the lights are off. Well, we're there on, I think it was a Friday or Saturday night, and yeah, see, Lisa's laughing already. But it's like a Friday or Saturday night, and there's a couple girls there, and they're having some beers, and I mean some beers, and they're super drunk, and they come up on the third floor, and they're walking down the hallway, and we had no idea what was going to happen, but Rochelle was sitting in that kid's room, and it was super dark, super quiet, and these girls get to the door of the kids' room, and all we hear is a bloody scream, as loud as it can be. And we look out the door of the motel room and look down the hallway at the kids' room. This girl is laying on the floor halfway in the kids' room. Rochelle scared the absolute living shit out of her because all the lights were off. She thought there was a spirit sitting in there or whatever it was. All the lights are off, and I run down to the kids' room. I'm like, what the hell happened? Rochelle's like, I scared hell out of them. All the lights were off. Let me tell you, this was a bloody scream. This girl screamed as loud as she could. She was laying on the floor. It scared her so bad. So we thought it was Rochelle.
Yeah, just to be fair, it's going to give these people the idea of how that room is set up. When the light's out inside that room, and they get that backflow from the hallway in there, no matter how you decorate that room, it's extremely creepy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I can understand why that girl would freak out seeing a humanoid shadow in that room, because, I mean, everybody knows that's one of the haunted rooms in the place.
Oh, man, it was the fun. And the sad thing is I left the camera off when I left that kid's room. Rochelle was just sitting in there, and she wasn't doing anything. She was waiting for me to get back. There was no camera rolling, and I'm so upset that we didn't get that on camera. That would have been the highlight of Minnesota Spirit Hunters history.
Yeah,
that would have been so great. It was so funny, and let me tell you. So to close out the show tonight, we're gonna end on one question here, and this is a very important question to every single person here. Where do you guys see yourself with the paranormal in the next 3 years? That's Enlightened Souls, and that's Aaron, and that's Minnesota Spirit Hunters. Let's start with let's see. I'm going to start with my co-host here, Brandon. Where do you see yourself in the paranormal within the next 3 years?
Doing a crap ton more investigations with my team.
I have big plans, buddy. You just don't know. Like, I have lists of places we're gonna go. A lot of them may seem like a stretch, but it's gonna happen. We make everything happen, and there's some dream investigations that we all have. I'm trying my best to make it possible for each and every team member. So we'll see what we can do. But I appreciate you having that mentality that you're going to be with the team still. Appreciate that. Let's go to Aaron. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
Well, I'm hoping to be able to keep this investigation momentum going, but I also want to be able to have something in place to where I can help emerging group with logos, branding, any kind of thing that'll help them be able to establish themselves on a more professional level. It's just something I do when I'm not paranormal investigating. I'm a graphic designer and a photographer, so
Okay.
I'm always trying to help somebody out with their image.
By the way, Aaron, your art, I saw a little bit of it on your Facebook page, is absolutely mind-blowing.
Thank you.
I'd love to bring you on your own episode of Minnesota SpiritCast. We can display some of that for you.
Oh, no problem.
Absolutely. Let's see. Kara, where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
Hopefully still on this side of the investigating, not dead.
Right.
I don't know. I'd like to branch out more, so hopefully getting a little bit more travel in.
Absolutely. So I do want to put it out before we continue to check out this group, Orbs and Oddities from Lynn. Please check that out and kind of share it out, get the name out there, and let's support Lynn. Lynn is a new face to the Minnesota SpiritCast here, so welcome, and we will all be checking out Orbs and Oddities. Thanks for sharing. Tammy, where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
Hopefully I can have an early retirement and start just traveling and doing investigations with the team and everything.
Absolutely. And how about you, Mark?
3 years. I've got some things in the works right now for sponsors and different things for the team. I haven't really opened up a lot of that, but I'm hoping to take the team to a new level with their help, of course. There's no I in team. And
exactly, I like that.
I can initiate things, but it takes the team to actually make everything happen. But I think we want to maybe for this year, the goal this year is to go to Cambridge, Illinois, help Julia Markham's kids cross over. There's 7 children, killed all 7 of her kids one day.
Oh boy!
You can look this up on Google. The Julia Markham MARKM murders.
Okay.
All 7 children are buried in one grave.
Oh no! Wow.
And, we went there and talked to them, and then Mom shows up, and he cords them up and won't let them talk to us anymore. But the children do not have a proper headstone. Our goal this year is to help them cross over and go find something and get enough we can give those children a proper headstone. That's this year's goals. In 3 years, we definitely want to help them. We want to go down to the Devil's Backbone campground. We want all those children's spirits to cross over, and we want to try to find Alex's body. So,
interesting.
Well, Alexander and his uncle all drowned in the Mississippi right there about 4 or 5 years ago. They found his uncle's body. They did not find Alex's body.
Oh.
Made contact with, actually it was Barb. It was her SB7. And she said, "Who's this?" He goes, "Alex." And she said, "Alex, where are you?" And he came across, he said, "Dark, deep, cold."
Wow.
So we think there's some little islands like rock formations in the river. And we think somehow maybe there's a whirlpool. Body is maybe stuck in one of those whirlpools.
Very, very possible.
That's what I'm thinking. That's the impression I'm getting anyway. But that's going to be definitely within 2 years. We want to go down and help those kids too.
Absolutely. That is a great goal to have. My goal for 3 years, guys, it's been my goal since I started Paranormal. I want Minnesota Spirit Hunters to blossom. I want a TV show and all of that. But the most important thing out of all of this is I want to continue to be able to help the clients that we have that are in need. I want to help the clients. I want to help the spirits. And another big one is I want to fulfill all the wishes and dreams of my investigators. I want you guys to be able to have everything that you want within Minnesota Spirit Hunters plus more. And my goal is just to get us on top, being able to help people and just continue striving like we always do. That is my goal.
That's awesome.
So, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we are officially at the end of Minnesota SpiritCast Season 2. It's been a absolutely phenomenal season. We've had some amazing guests. Enlightened Souls Paranormal, first podcast with us ever. Thank you guys so much for being on here. Lots of love to both of you and the rest of Enlightened Souls. Thank you very much for coming on. We have you guys on the lineup of Season 3. You guys got your own episode with us, and we cannot wait. So thank you for coming on. I'll catch you guys later. If you guys need anything, reach out. We're always here for you.
All right. Everybody be safe and God bless.
Same to you. All right. We'll see you later. Thanks. All right, Aaron, first show on Minnesota SpiritCast with us. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You have some mind-blowing experiences. I'd have to say your funniest moment was the funniest moment. I just can't imagine seeing something like that. That's funny.
I gotta keep my jokes to myself.
To kind of clear it up, did you catch this on camera?
It wasn't on our camera. It was on Harley Black. I would have to get a hold of her, see if I can get a copy of that and post that, even though it'll probably piss off Thomas to no end. But
right. Oh man, absolutely awesome. Well, Aaron, you've been an absolute pleasure. Feel free to hop on another show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I definitely want to get you on your own episode. Reach out to me, Cara, or Brendan. We can get you on the lineup and we'll get you on a show. So for now, thanks for your stories. Thanks for your time. You've been awesome. And we'll see you later. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Later. All right, guys. This is officially the end of Season 2. What'd you guys think of the show?
Good.
I thought it was a really good show.
It was. It's a 2-hour-long show. What better way to end Season 2 of Minnesota SpiritCast with the amazing guests that we had. Lots of love to the Enlightened Souls Paranormal team and to Aaron and everybody else who was involved with the show tonight. So big thanks to you all. It's been an absolute pleasure to serve you guys on a whole entire season. We got a great season lined up for Season 3. So it's been a lot of fun hearing all the ghost stories, all the funny stories, being able to share our previews of our episodes with you and all of that. So 2 weeks, we'll be kicking off Season 3. We won't have a show for 2 weeks here. Rest up. Do what you gotta do because we're coming back strong with a great lineup and some amazing people. So Cara, Brandon, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you guys as always for everything that you do. You guys are always a pleasure to have on the show.
Thanks. Have a good night.
You too, and we'll see you in the next season. I'll see y'all later. All right, guys. Well, that is officially the end of season 2 of Minnesota Spiritcast. What a great show, and everybody here in the comments seems to agree that it was a great show. What better way to end the season with all these stories? So, everybody watching, all the new faces, returning people, thank you to everybody who is on here with us. We enjoy you guys, everybody. And we will catch you guys in 2 weeks for the season 3 premiere of Minnesota Spiritcast. And you can go check out the lineup on Instagram, Facebook, all of our social media where it's posted. So until next season, I'll see you guys later. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I hope you guys have a great night. And as always, happy hunting.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.